Hello to all my dear students, how are you all? I just hope that you all are doing well and keeping yourselves safe from this COVID virus. I would like to wish you all a very happy Navratri. May Goddess Durga shower her blessings on you all and fulfill your all dreams. May we would have overcome through this pandemic situations. May Goddess Durga will save us all. So this is my wish for you in Navratri. Happy Navratri. In our previous video, we have started our lesson number 1, that is computer and its evolution. Okay, we have studied the introduction part and about the early calculating devices. That why the early calculating devices are developed. At that time we do not have anything for calculations. Okay, so for calculation purpose, early calculating devices come into existence, and day by day they got better and new inventions have occurred. So today's topic is evolution of computers. So let's get started. Evolution means generations, the changes which have been made. As I have told you that early calculating devices were developed for calculation purposes. Okay, that time there were no devices. So when we developed those devices, after that it gives invention to the computers. Okay, the gradual development of early calculating devices led to the invention of computers. Okay, after that computers have been invented. Then I told you that the analytical engine was the first general purpose computer which has the function of nowadays computers. Like it also worked on IPO cycle, input, process and output. Okay, so nowadays computers also works on input processing output cycle. Nowadays computers take input. Okay, we have to enter the data, then it will process it and then it will give you the output. So after those calculating devices, when analytical engine has developed, the scientists, the developers they have gone through many stages, many failures, and then only they have invented the device known as computer. Okay, nowadays computer can do a lot of work, but that time at previous, when the early calculating devices, they can only do the work related to the calculations, none other than that. Okay, so analytical engine come into existence. After that, the invention of the computer has come into the field. It has gone through many stages, many failures. Okay, then after the modern day computer has developed. So children, now we will study about the 5 generations of computer. Here is a first generation computers. Now what are those first generation computers? Here are the features of first generation computers. These computers were very large in size and occupied lot of space. They were very big in size, around a room. Means a computer will fit in a large room. That was the size of that time of computers. Vacuum tubes were used as the main components in these computers. Vacuum tubes, these are used as the main component. Okay, without it the computer will not work. These computers were very big in size and slow in speed. As I told you that they were very big in size and they were low in speed. Their speed was very low and there is no chance of accuracy. Means maybe they would give us the correct result or maybe not. So example of the first generation computers were ENIAC, ENIAC. E stands for electronic, N stands for numerical, I stands for integrator, A stands for and AC stands for calculator. Okay children, and these computers were developed by J. Percival Eckert and John Mauchly in 1946 in USA. Okay, so they both were the developers of these first generation computers. So children, these are the features of these first generation computers. Okay, as I told you, nowadays computers are so small, so you can also the laptops, you can carry them from one place to another, but that time the computers were used to be very large in size and their speed is very slow. Okay, now come to the next generation, that is second generation of computer. Children, here are the second generation computers. Now let's take a look how these second generation computers are different from first generation computers. See children, the first is transistors were the main component. In second generation computers, transistors have come into existence. They have replaced the use of vacuum tubes. They replaced vacuum tube. So with the use of that, the size of the computer also decreased. Okay, so the computers were smaller in size because of the transistors and faster and had larger storage capacity. We can store a lot of information and data in it, okay, as compared to the first generation computers. Okay, the third one is they require less power consumption, means they require less electricity to work, so they are easy to operate. Okay, now children, the example of second generation computer is UNIVAC. UNIVAC. Capital letters UNIVAC. The full form is that Universal Automatic Computer. So this is the example of second generation computers. Okay children, now you have understood the difference between the first generation computer and second generation computer. You must have seen that there are some gradual changes have done, greater development has done. Okay, so that is how the other generations have come into development. Here are the third generation computers. Now children, these computers used ICs. ICs means integrated circuits.
See children, these are the integrated circuits. It is an electronic circuit that can contain hundreds of transistors in it. Okay, so this has come into existence.
These computers were smaller and had larger storage capacity as compared to second generation computers. As the time changes, as the new developments have come into existence, these computers were becoming more smaller and have larger storage capacity, and their speed is also increased. These computers could do fast calculations. These computers were 10,000 times faster than first generation computers. Now you can imagine that how the gradual changes have developed those computers. Okay, the examples of these third generation computers are IBM 360 and Honeywell 200. So now children, here is the fourth generation computers. Now what are the features of fourth generation computers? These computers used microprocessors. Now microprocessors have come into existence. They have replaced the use of integrated circuits. Now children, presently iCore series are used as microprocessors and they are very faster in speed. They have a greater processing speed. These computers were smaller and had larger storage capacity as compared to third generation computers. Obviously, when microprocessors have come into existence, these computers will also have become smaller in size, like the desktops you must have seen. You can keep them on table as well. Okay. Now they have larger storage capacity. In a small box, you are having a larger storage capacity, means you can store a lot of data in it as compared to third generation computers. Okay. These computers have greater computing power. Computing power means calculation power, okay, working power. So with the help of microprocessors, these computers are able to do work faster, computing faster, calculations faster. Okay. Now the examples of these fourth generation computers are IBM 370. In third generation, it was IBM 360. Now the series, the version have developed IBM 370. It comes into the category of fourth generation computers. Okay, because these computers use microprocessors. And Apple I. Nowadays we are in between the fourth generation and fifth generation computers. Okay, now let us understand about the fifth generation computer. Fifth generation computers. Okay, these computers are based on AI. AI means artificial intelligence. In this application, artificial intelligence means the scientists are about to design a device which could respond or which could interact with the human beings. Means they can take their own decisions, they can do work of their own, they want to develop. So artificial intelligence means they will develop such an IQ in those devices so that they can act like experts. Okay, so computers will behave like experts and they interact with human beings. Like nowadays robots, you must have seen, example of robot, you must have seen that the robots, few scientists have developed such robots that they can interact with the human power, but they do not have that capacity, that power or that characteristic that they could take decisions of their own. Okay, so they are on developing stages. These computers will be able to recognize images and graphs. The main goal of this generation computer is to interact with the humans, or they will be able to recognize the images and the graphs. Okay, and it would be very helpful for human beings if they could recognize the graphs and images, and they could help us. So the examples are the robots. Okay, nowadays you must have seen that the robots are doing work, they are doing work according to your instructions. These are the devices. Okay, but the main perspective of this application, this artificial intelligence, is that they can take their own decisions, they can act like human beings.
Look at this picture, children. Here we can see that a robot, this robot is the AI computer. Means this computer is based on artificial intelligence. It is playing chess with a human.
So children, we have studied about the 5 generation of computers, that how the changes, how the gradual developments has been seen on them. Okay, now children, you must have, you have learned that how the computers have been changed, how the evolution of new computers, the modern day computers have come into existence. We have studied the various technologies, okay, the various components used in those generations. So let's take a quick recap. Okay, in first generation computer, which technology was used? Which technology? Yes, children, they used the technology of vacuum tubes. Okay, now in second generation computer, which main component is used? Yes, children, transistors. Okay, and next in third generation, yes, children, in third generation the computers used integrated circuits. Okay, in fourth generation, which technology is used? Yes, microprocessors. Okay, now in fifth generation, the fifth generation computers were based on artificial intelligence. So children, these are the main technologies which were used in these generation of computers. Got it, children? So this is now for today. In this video, we have studied about the 5 generation of computers. Now children, what you have to do, you have to learn the features, okay, of these computers, and just go through the chapter, read it of yourself, okay children, and be regular in sending your homework. Write down the proper answers. Don't take help from internet. Just go through your book, just use those words and write it down in your notebook. So children, this is now for today. I'll be taking your leave. We will be meeting soon in the next video. Till then, stay safe and stay home.